Hey there, I'm going to take a minute to talk about our cameras, maybe talk about the components of it and how we can best utilize it, get the most use out of it. Going over some parts, this would be the tripod. This center part right here is the fluid head, camera body, viewfinder. On the sticks here on the left, the one that rotates is focus. On the right is zoom. Real quick, the comms. Push the button to talk when it's green, and when you flip down your mic on your headset, you're talking. There are two listen channels. Channel A listens to actual comms. Channel B is the mix that's in the house. So if you want to hear the music and the preaching through your ears, that's on channel B. You can turn that up and down. Back to the camera. The camera is mounted on the fluid head mounted on the tripod. There is a level bubble on the fluid head right here. The bubble needs to be in the circle. In order to adjust that, we can grab this nut on the bottom side of the tripod. We have a firm grip on the camera, and we'll loosen this nut on the bottom. That'll let the camera rotate around. We will put the bubble in the circle and tighten this back. Some adjustments on the camera. We have, first of all, terminology. This is pan. Left to right is pan. Up and down is tilt. When we talk about headroom, we're talking about tilt. So there is a tilt lock on the side of the camera right here, the large outer nut. If we rotate it all the way back, that locks the tilt so it will not tilt up and down. Loosen that. The inner nut is a tilt tension. We rotate it forward and it releases most all of the tension on the tilt. It tilts very easily. We rotate it all the way to the rear. That gives us the most drag on the tilt. Typically, this stays all the way as tight as it can go. The front knob here is a counterbalance. Probably won't have to mess with it, but if we do any adjustments with the balance of this camera, so if I move this viewfinder back, that'll change the balance of the camera, and we'll need to adjust this. But basically, when we tilt the camera down, it should stay there. And when we tilt the camera up, it should stay there. So that's coming up too much, so we have too much counterbalance right there. So we can loosen that counterbalance, and now loosen more. It'll stay there once we get it adjusted correctly. On the back, we have a pan lock. This nut right here. So if we tighten it, it locks the pan, so the camera will not rotate left and right. We can loosen that. Now we have our pan back. There's a pan drag, and it's this large ring here. So if we rotate it all the way to the left, we get the most drag on the pan. It's harder to turn. If we rotate it all the way to the right, we get the least drag, and it pans very easily. I would recommend when you sit down at your camera, check all these adjustments. Make sure you're tilt is unlocked and your pan is unlocked, that you like the drag on the pan. Make sure your camera is not falling, like it will stay in position. We don't need to make sure we don't need to make an adjustment with the counterbalance. I would get my seat like I like it. Get comfortable. Make it where you can have light touches on the sticks here. Make smooth movements. I think that's it. Thanks for taking a minute to watch this tutorial. Let us know if you have any questions.